Hello, everyone. In this episode, we have a serious scientist with us. His name is Manoj Jindal. Let's listen to him. Over to you, Manoj.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you for inviting me to this, be a part of this event. And even I should say, must to say, congratulate to you for initiating this very thoughtful and interesting platform to provide young peoples and young bright minds to give them platform to share their opinion in front of world, because this has potential to change the policies and make the development, contribute in development and various aspects. Because if we have many thoughts, because young minds is expressing means various kinds of activities, various climate, various diverse natures, so they have their own aspects that might be influence the policies and all things. So it is very interesting topics. And I went through some videos and I saw that is very interesting, and how they are sharing, how discussion is going on. Definitely it's very useful. So congratulate for this wonderful things.
Well, let me tell you,
Yes, sir.
the secret in it is that India's young people today, some of them are very good.
Yes, sir.
They are not just wasting their time,
Yes,
but they are actually very good, meaning they have something to say.
yes,
Right. So this is actually the big difference between many years ago and today because of the new technologies.
yes,
And the people are young people. I mean, everybody thinks, okay, they're just wasting their time on social media, but they're not. They are
yes,
actually absorbing every bit of knowledge that even the colleges don't give. And they are doing very well. So they need a channel. Okay. It's not that I have given a channel, that a channel is needed.
yes, sir.
That's the point, that the people are. So I'm glad you're here. And, I can see from your record that, you've done so many different things. So let's hear
Yes,
from you.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. So actually, I was thinking that to cover few aspects in this talks. First, I will say about how in own interest will influence your path, because own interest is very important to. Because if we have some interest to do something, definitely we will be feel happy to do that particular work. That is one aspect. How I have done that kind of things, I will share that thoughts. And second, about my journey, how I came up to here, how I grew up, and all things I will cover in this talk. And third, also how surrounding is affecting to means their means thinking capacity, opinion, and even to doing that also is matter, because where will surround that also influence our means activities. So that is also. And basically I'm working on water aspects as I'm environmental lover, so I will cover broadly on that topics also, whatever topics I have done, and how it's can be. And each topics I will share some opinions what I am thinking it should be like this, and so that it can be better for not for only for us, that for all societies and all aspects. So that I will cover in this presentation. So with your permission, I will start. Uh, yeah, okay,
I'm
sir.
on. Go ahead, Manoj. Go
Okay,
ahead,
okay,
please.
okay, sir. So first of all, I would like to introduce about myself. My basically full name is Manoj Kumar Jindal. I am basically from center part of India, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh, which is famous for Bhilai steel plant. Means huge production for steel. So after that means I have done 10th, 11th, 12th classes in basically maths or science background. And then after I start graduation, means have done graduation, Bachelor of Science in PCM, physics, chemistry, maths. Then after that, there is a huge means for young couple to which subject have to choose,
Yeah.
because that is actually after graduation I was more interested in maths, but I have selected the chemistry because of surrounding and influence, because others also told me, because maths means only teaching position, chemistry means research also, teaching also, industry also, like that. So I have means completed Master of Science in Chemistry, and That after that, I also completed Master of Philosophy in environmental chemistry, because after that means I thought it's more interested to do work on environmental related aspect, because this will really directly link with whatever surrounding environment means surrounding. Because so, and PhD in applied chemistry, basically related to radiation and water related projects. So, how my journey started as a professional, when I have means after completing post graduation in chemistry. During that time, I was doing a part time job for 1 or 2 hour daily in one industry, which is far from 30 kilometers from my home. So I was going through bike. So while going, I was seeing that means lots of children, means school children were going for with bag and all. I thought it's good to teach them, means how it's good to be become a teachers and all. And one friends also from means encourage me to apply for teaching. Then I applied for teaching position in one of the engineering college there, Chhattisgarh Engineering College Durg, in state private university, private institute. Then I joined as a teacher and a lecturer, and there I taught various subjects environmental, because teacher has to learn also first
Of course.
before before giving to lecture to students. We even if students are giving 1 hour for particular that topic, teacher has to give 2 3 hours to learn
Yes.
more aspects. That I have means I uh, give that type of work. And even I got 3 times best faculty award also there in institutes.
Mm,
So but basically I thought means what I have learned during teaching, if we more interested to teaching, but research point also need.
mm,
Because if we have research oriented, then we can deliver more means attractive way, and we can give the direction to students.
mm,
Because that is also very crucial part for teaching. So after that means one of the means head of the institute principal, Professor J. Siv Kumar, he encouraged me to join PhD. And then I joined PhD, and UGC also net qualified. So I joined PhD in completed PhD in radiation and applied. Then I also worked at IIT because that time IIT came in our state first time. That is the new IIT, third generation IIT. So that is IIT Bhilai. So I applied one position, came project associate. So I applied there, and I say means joined there as a opportunity to work. And so I joined. I worked there 3.5 year. So during that period I learned there is a lots of difference between college and universities, because earlier I worked at universities college, and then I went to means worked at IIT. So IIT culture is little means slight too much means I not slightly, it's huge difference. There is a working climate, and there means they are not bother about timing. They are bother about work and efficiency, and how its outcome is means there. So I worked as a staff technical. So I work involved in development of all laboratory chemistry center facility lab. So that also. And there is one aspects there. uh, how I means first when I was there in teaching, I was thinking about teaching. I learn how teaching is going and all things. When I moved to IIT as a technical, I learned how technical aspects is important, how technical aspects is useful for growth and for society, for all aspect means routine works also. So that also in huge difference I learned. And then that time I was very means very like thinking thoughtful, means I have means if you say one line, I have definitely I will think about that. And how I started research also. During one example I will give you. During COVID-19, we were facing during COVID-19, we were spend indoor maximum time. And during that COVID-19, I was sitting in corridor and seeing that huge rain came in summer, even 2 3 days continuously without stopping. So I thought, why it's a huge rain? So during like social chatting in WhatsApp, so I sent this question to five friends, five circle friends, for just escape. One was interesting, and they interesting to discuss. and we discuss, and I searched thoroughly about that topics and written the articles, and that published within 7 days in international journal. So that is also scenario, because that is the positive impact due to COVID. And how it's impacting means that also I have written that in that article. And as I was working on radiation, that I also link radiation with COVID-19, because that time we are have to think only, because we have to indoor, and there is a no need to physical activities. We cannot do even physical activities. We have to do only means mental activities, thinking activities only, mind activity, social activities, and all things. So that time I link my study to COVID-19 also, because I will just give the background about radiation. As you are sitting in your home and I am sitting in this room, so in this room surrounding is like building materials, and these building materials also have some kind of thorium and other radioactive elements, so that will give release the radiation. That is indoor radiation. And also outdoor, even indoor radiation is higher than the outdoor radiation, but it is lower radiation, not much effect. But if there is a high huge means radiation dose is high, then it might be affect. So I have done the work on that also, means these aspects, because there is a one project on Bhabha Atomic Research Center, BRC project. Under that, I have worked on PhD work, and I have visited more than 350 villages during PhD, and physically examine and seeing the where diverse activities, even food my habit, everything is different. So there I have collected water samples. These things means diverse India, I have seen that means on that aspect, diverse village areas I have seen, in particularly in center part of India. So after that, I joined IIC Bangalore also. I will explain, means share that thoughts also, how I worked there, IIC Bangalore, which is one of the first rank institute in India as researcher in DHR Center for Climate Change in water quality group. So I will just show you one PPT, if
Hang on,
you
let me
allow.
put you on pause till we set it up, okay? We are now ready with Manoj's PPT. So go ahead, Manoj.
This is my just journey in India. I basically from this part of India, center part of India, Chhattisgarh, and I worked means grew up there only. I PhD, PG, UG, all courses I have done from these places, and I moved towards Bangalore, which is I love Bangalore because that climate in Bangalore is very good, uniform in all 12 months, and there is a not too much cold, not too much hot, very good, pleasant atmosphere in India is in Bangalore. So there I joined IIC Bangalore, and now currently I am working in Rajasthan, IIT Jodhpur. So from center to center to south, south to west. This is my just journey. I also cover other parts of India as a conference and other. And I will tell you diversity. What is the diversity and other things? When I move from Chhattisgarh to south part, there is a huge difference between food culture. And when we went for field work, even in particularly in rural areas, huge means that there no not much hotels and all. So one day we got means have to eat like means they have served this kind of foods, and I was very means not habitual with this kind of activity to take the foods. So I skip one day food due to this kind of things. So that was the scenario of diversity. But later I love the even South Indian foods, because that is very good for when I spent 2 years in South India. So that is the diversity in food culture and everything I have seen. And I have also written two books in during teaching experience in engineering college. One of the environmental science textbook, is second is applied chemistry. So these two books also published in national level, and one book in international, just it is going to be published in next month. Radiation status in marine world is Springer International publisher, and I am also editor board member of one journal. So I will show you one another aspects how diversity will not affect you communication. Because when I visit interior villages area with Professor as a Pandit sir, he was the additional director of AMD section India, former, and he joined IISc Bangalore as visiting professor after retirement. So I worked with him and visited one village where uranium was there. Uranium is one of the means radioactive elements which was available in water, and it was like, I mean, according to WHO, permissible is 30 microgram, and according to ARB India, 60 microgram. But what happened when we visit this all villages? Means we have went through all Karnataka, means eastern part of Karnataka, and we got that even highest uranium in India is was there. Means as according to Bhava Atomic Research report, out of 55,000 samples in water, they have reported 4,500, but we have seen more than 5,000. And
Wow.
that is was huge, means and we have published also. Actually, Professor Aise Pandit sir got national award for uranium searching also in for Gogi mines. That was also a huge help for us to this searching and investigation. And during that this meeting, actually this is all village head came here, and Gram Panchayat, and I was only person who don't know Kannada, was not knowing Kannada. They were only knowing Kannada. They were talking in Kannada language, Karnataka local language, and but I understood everything because of huge, means spending time there, and body language, what aspects is going, what matter is there. So I understood that is also diversity. If we want to means learn, we can learn. That is also one of the aspects. And one as additionally one thing I would like to tell, researcher will not bother about timing, because there is a no time in research. When we do PhD and everything research oriented work, there is a no, means we have to do in night also research, we have to do in daytime, whenever, means because our mind will think about on that way only,
Hmm.
means research oriented. So we have, and one more thing, we have covered all things. Like example, I will show you last image, where this one image, last one.
Hmm.
Now I have collected samples in 2017 and 18 in from this place and uranium, and reported in 2018 also in papers. And now this topic from this particular area is in news trend. Now is watching more than millions viewer, because that means covered by media, and that now it's under policy making changing, and how it's affecting water quality, and now they are bothered about these places. This is Balot, Chhattisgarh. So this is also in media trend. So this is the cover, and we have also collected all hotels and all, so that because we not skip every, means anything, to check the waters, whether water quality is, how it's influencing water quality, because this directly linked with the health. So my aspect is here one thing, as researcher, like education system. I My opinion is in education system can play the huge role to change the policies. Like example, in India, total according to Department of Higher Education, Department of Education, 15.98 lakhs faculties are there, according to 2022 data, last updated data. So for according to that, assistant professor and associate professor, professor, lecturer, including all, 15.98 lakhs. And out of that, more than 60% are assistant professor. Means huge population, means is young peoples who are doing teaching and all in just as a assistant professor. So my opinion, if the teachers even in colleges, because if some particular one college will take care of surrounding village means suppose one gram panchayat or two gram panchayat, which is consist of 10
Hmm.
to 20 villages. If they can take care of that particular villages to solve their local problems, environmental related problems like water problem, soil problem, air pollution, how they can awareness programs, if they can do these things with the help of students. Because if we involve this as a credit to students. Suppose graduation students is doing work, if they can give few credits for these activities, if students will involve, their young people, they can definitely contribute in ground, and they will be learning for them also. And if all village means all college or faculty will involve with the help of a student, definitely we no need to bother about 2047 for Viksit Bharat. It will be means before that is possible if we will do, because this will harden for development also, because environmental issues, water issues, their pollution issues, this is the means parameters which will be affect the development. So this is also one of the my opinion, this will give the huge difference between the work means what we have to do and what can be done. That is one of the aspects of what I feel personally after visiting around 500 villages so far I have visited. So I am thinking most important is awareness and how they can do better, that have to means tell, and that can not tell by means that cannot be developed or doing did by one person, it's impossible to do by one person, sorry. It's difficult to for one or two groups, this is difficult for even 10 to 20 groups. If all college and students will involve, definitely it can be. And next is how India government is doing. India government is also doing very good. I will say you this picture as I have taken in 2017 when I was doing field work. This is water. Actually, generally in rural area, one water source was there, and all people will come, put their vessel. When water will come, they will do collect the water. They are even mostly females have to do these activities and take the waters to the means even 1 kilometer to walk and take the water to their own house. But now in India, after introducing Jal Jeevan Mission project, Government of India Jal Jeevan Mission project, this is the data like 79.66% of villages, rural populations are covered. All this means tap water connection in front of house, each houses. So this is saving huge time spending by human. There is a means psychological disturbance, they are mentally and all pressure to take the waters for long time, have to means queue for 1 hour 2 hour, that huge differences. So I'm also now I'm working in Jal Jeevan JJM project only in IIT Jodhpur under Professor Tiwari sir, who is the JJM professor chair. So this is a huge but as I mentioned, if college university will do with local government, then automatically that have potential to do this as quicker as we are expecting. For development also it will be useful. And I will tell you one more, I mean, additional observation. Age is not a matter for research, because when I went IIT, means IIC Bangalore, I worked with Professor IIC Pandit sir and Professor R. Srinivasan sir, who was both were retired from reputed organization AMD section and NGRI means as a senior scientist from R. Srinivasan. So what happened? I means one is 80 year and 75 year plus, when we went for field work, means for 10 years 10 more than 10 years I was with them in field work, for particularly in 72 villages in Karnataka. When they found their own interest topic, they will do, I means they walk 10 kilometers, and I was even tired to walk. So that was I learned means even I cannot walk, means I told I cannot walk that much. They walk and they are searched because they are interested to search heavy metals which is responsible for water pollution like lithium and beryllium and any means these things is was there. So they have searched this. These are the picture. At the end, finally they got this lithium minerals, which is responsible for water pollution in water, means contamination in water, and they are also involving in awareness to people and all. So I learn means very finely how social activities, because I can tell when I was there in I means at as engineering college, I just in teaching. When I joined IIT Bhilai, I was learning technical aspects. When I joined IIC Bangalore, I learned social aspects. So as I mentioned, surrounding will affect your thinking capacity, your activities. So now when I joined, I thought let's do work for social activities, because that will also ultimately give the happiness, because ultimately goal is to life is to be happy, that's all. So that is also one of the aspects, and to make a good better life for others. So that is also we I learn. And one aspect, as I mentioned, college, how college can do better, means as a policy, and to contribute the rural development. So what happened, we have selected in particularly this vertical gram panchayat, which consists 18 villages, and this all 18 villages, we have examined all water sources, groundwater, what is the pollution level, what is the contamination level. We have searched all local water bodies, what due to using satellite, it will give the satellite will give the exact where water is there. And after that, how many can be accessible, because accessibility is also one of the factor in rural population because of hilly places and other burdens. So, and we have to think whether it's surrounding with agriculture activities or not, because agriculture will use pesticides and other that will also going to affect the surface water. So we have examined that also, and we have examined through satellite whether what was the past data, because time lapse data will give whether it was before 10 year it was dry or not, because we have to think for long sustainability, not for present, we have to think for future. So based on that, all study and even though how many villages, personally, I and my team went each houses to measure the rooftop, means, and compare with satellite data, how it can be store the water, how much water can be stored from particular villages, not even one village, 17 villages, group of village, and how much requirement there. And totally overall we recommended to government, particularly local government, how what would be the best policy, because there is a very high fluoride and uranium more than 5000, so they should think to alternative sources. So we have given that all policies to local government, and they have implemented that also. Even Karnataka also installed 20, more than 25,000 RO for fluoride removal and all, to prevent that. And this all data we have examined through satellites and everything we have done. So, and one more things I will tell you, when we visited this place, uh, my mind says one questions, ask to me myself, whether uranium is there, how old per age people are here. So I asked my professor whether can we search these things, so he allow, okay. So we ask thoroughly all villages, and we got 3-4 person who are more than 100 years they are living there, even having 5000 uranium and 4000, 3000 uranium. So what happened, means we visited physically to one house where this means person was around 102-year old. So we have seen that what means he was very fine, means no health issues, nothing. But how it's surviving, here one question is there, means need to be done by means all multidisciplinary research, health data and statics, whatever statics is available, past history data, and water quality and other health environmental quality data, all should be do together. Because one water scientist, if we do, they can search water quality, they can say this is the better water quality, better quantity, they can should use this one. But they cannot say last past history due to this. And there is a one question simple, if he is surviving with that much uranium up to 102 year, then it's no issue. That is as normal psychology will say, normal people. Even we have seen that one person will was saying that in during field work. And even policy also, policy maker, one statement was there, my father live with cigarette and drink more than a 90 year, there is no issue, then why we have to stop to think about this. So like, there is a possibility, we explain there is a probability effect only, because this is the probability based on probability only. So but this should be done in to change this psychology, this mentally, with multiple orientation, with medical health data, with medical survey also. So we recommended this also to policymakers to do this one, because this cannot be done by one group alone. And another is like what happened there. They were using RO, and RO reject was having more uranium, and that uranium they are storing water in this kind of activities, and after that they are using this water for developing the crops and foods. That also going to be again issues, because that if they are using for flour also, or means food materials and whatever vegetables, that also problems. So we have also highlighted in our research articles and these things. So that is a also. And here one immediately how research is changing the policy, I will say you just in this slide. What happened, we have seen that this is RO outlet. They are putting here RO outlet to directly fill the groundwater. Whatever reject is coming, they are putting previous means old bore well, where is means no bore, they are putting directly to groundwater. So it will directly affect the groundwater, and they will take that water after some time. So we have shown this picture, and that was in media, and immediately when we visit next time 3 months after, there is no hole, they close everything, they change the complete system. That is the means scenario which is directly affect the policies and immediate actions. So as I am thinking, as per my opinion, always research means for water source sustainability, two ways should be done. One is to manage the existing, second to explore the new technology. Because what happen if we do with if we go with only one aspect, it we may not be sustainability for future. So we have to think for both way, to manage existing, prevent the pollution, and new technologies. So there is a various new technologies we are working on this aspect, like groundwater recharge, rainwater, and desalination, air to water. So what happened, just I will say our means right now I am working in IIT Jodhpur under Professor Tiwari sir, who was the means addition means director in chemical engineering group of BARC BRC earlier. So now JJM professor chair. In this one, what we have done, we have visited and make the recharge structure properly, recharge structure of ground, to make the water recharge and useful for future, because there is a hard terrain is there. It's difficult in Rajasthan, actually water scarcity, all knows about Rajasthan is difficult for water scarcity, famous. So we have done, and this is going to be fill in for few years, because it is not a just 1 year or 2 year task, it will be like many years it will take to recharge. And water quality also two way I feel, means as per my opinion, one is to prevent the pollution, second is to address existing contaminants. So as I explained, one group cannot be do for all India, so that can be done by group of people with local means community, local government. So that is the huge difference between policymaker and research. This can be breach between that. And I will tell you how this too is affecting. Simple in local language, local means sorry, non local language, local issue means way. If we someone ask me offer a water glass of water, if we give first glass where half glass of water, definitely they will feel this is a quality issue. Their psychology will say directly will not accept this water. And second, if I will dump my finger in that water, and no one can drink, because they knows quality issue. So this is just a journal definition means aspects. So same we have examined the all water bodies in one particular state, in particularly where is a huge canal system, more than 1500 canal system was using for supply for huge means populated state. So what happened, we have seen this is the water storage tank where the water is going to be treat and going for supply for drinking. So what we have observed, that is artificial pollution is there, anthropogenic also there, and some structure damage also there. So after observing all things, whatever of means we have visited more than 30 sites, particularly in that states. And we have seen that water equity. What is the water equity? I will just 1 minute. So this is the water issues, like one water station, water works means water treatment facility. He was that was particular unit was responsible for to supply two villages. One village was getting 294 liter water per capita per day. Another village was getting 21.9. So there is a water equity issue, means equality. Because if one village is getting this much, another village is getting very less, this will give the psychological and many things will be there. So we produce that KPI, key performance index, and make the complete explain this scenario to the head of the means department of particular state, and they resolve that issues. So that kind of things also we have observed. And that is not a only one problem, like water scarcity. Another issue is there, water level is now very high in some places in groundwater. Even they can take by a bucket directly water. That also is not, but not good quality of water. So that also need to be done with the policymakers and all that kind. And now we are working on means flood areas also. How flood area person, rural population can take the waters for drinking, because their water will be like polluted because of flood. All kinds of activities are involving that also we are working. And this, like we knows very kind of disaster is there, so that also is to be take care by all communities. Like if that can be take means each village, as I mentioned, if each village will take care of local surrounding village, definitely they will automatically have options for all these issues. Because some places have some kind of issues, some places have another kind of issues. If at the end, if policymaker will combine all aspects how they have resolved their things, definitely that will be like resolution for everything, not even one case. So with this, just I will stop this my presentation. So this is the scenario as I mentioned, and as per my opinion and all, as environmental lover, and I one more aspect is solid waste. That is one of the huge because I feel each is linked with each other. If we think about water, water is linked with solid waste with link with air pollution with link with health, air pollution, water pollution, both will link with health. And ultimately, this all things will make the medical issues. There is huge investment and all. And ultimately, all will be affect the development and everything. So each is linked with each other. So we have to make the chain, make the like multidisciplinary team in particular in each colleges, who can solve their all kind of problem, not even single problem. If they can solve basic problems there, automatically that can have potential to contribute to the development and other aspects. Because if we what happened, all have potential. I have seen even local college people and university means students, they have potential. Even they have more rhythm to do this kind of activities, but direction need. There is a huge difference means direction and support from local government. If they can support and they can walk with means researcher, definitely it will have potential to solve this all things of these issues. As per my opinion, this should be one of the aspects where have to do, because there is a huge means I can say effort to be done in India to see the India as a developed country. Sorry, your voice.
Manoj, thank you so much for a very, very impressive piece of work that you have done and very good ideas that you have. It speaks for itself. There's no need to comment on it. It's very clear that you and your seniors have identified an issue that is not yet so much in the public eye, because the whole point was, as you rightly said, just bring water to the home, right?
Yes.
Now, if you have brought water to the home, the question is, what's the quality of the water?
Yes.
Right? Now the focus has shifted from bring water to the home to what kind of water are you bringing? If you're bringing water that is bad for health, then what's the point, right?
Ah,
So
and
that has not yet been identified in the public arena, I think. People, I mean, yes, the people are using RO, okay, but
are also not a sustainable solution,
yeah,
because what we are doing, we are taking water for like means for producing the 10 ml, we have to waste 30 ml of water.
yeah,
That's 30%. And
yeah,
that water, whatever we will three times water will produce as a waste, that ultimately will come next time.
right, 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 right,
The
right,
same source of water.
yeah,
And as I mentioned, there is other aspects also, solid
mm,
waste, their management. Because in rural population, they will use the water. If suppose will give good quality of water, if they will not manage properly grey water management and all, they will throw proper, not
yeah,
properly
yeah,
manage disposal.
yeah,
That ultimately will affect.
yeah, I
That is
agree.
all.
Yeah, I agree because as you said, it's not a closed loop. It's not a closed system. It's all open. It's all interlinked, and I call
Yes.
it like it's a multi-dimensional problem. It's not a linear problem. It's a multi-dimensional, non-linear problem. Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add here?
No, sir, because I'm feeling actually my personal opinion, when we do this kind of activities, social activities, simple. Suppose one children is there, if they are asking for some aspect to eat something, if we give them, they will be happy. So we have to think we how we can make ourselves happy to help others, to contribute in society. That
Okay.
is my aspects to do.
Okay, that's a very good thing. I want to talk to you offline about it. Don't go away. Let's end the recording here. Thank you so much, Manoj. And I'm really happy as a
Thank you, sir.
senior citizen to hear that senior citizen professors are still dedicated and
Yes, sir.
inspiring young people. I mean, it is mind-boggling to think that there's somebody who's retired and he says, no, 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 I'm 75, 80 years old. I have to go and walk and see for myself. I can't just send these young fellows to get the data. No, I have to get it myself. Only then it is solid. Okay.
Yes,
That is
because we learn also. That is also one means, because of their experience and all, we will definitely learn.
mm,
Because we what we means, if we collect, that is will be mistake. But
mm.
if we'll go with them, definitely we'll learn and we'll do for better for next time.
Right, I
And
understand.
that is also in IC Bangalore. I worked with two professors, both retired from our reputed organization, Professor S. A. Pandit sir and R.S. Srinivasan sir. So I have learned lots of things from them. Now I am also working on Professor Pradeep Kumar Tiwari sir, who retired from BRC and joined as a JJM professor chair here, working as. So I'm also means learning from him. So that is the good experience for me to have this way.
So how long do you think you will remain in Jodhpur? Or what's the
Uh,
next step?
Next step, I'm actually looking for permanent position in research or teaching, so that I can contribute for this, as I mentioned, for local college and all, means
Mm,
even
mm,
particularly institute can help. So I'm
mm.
thinking I can initiate with my students if that would be case. That
Yeah,
is my future aspect, because if one can initiate, definitely others can means definitely can take the same path.
okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Manoj. It was pleasant, very, very happy to hear that you're working not just in your field as a scientist, but actually the field reality.
Yes.
Okay, so let's end it here today. I'll be back with another young person or an expert soon. Till then, bye everybody.